Hello friends, this is Pastrytime. I'm here with yet another game from the TT Esports Challenge brought to me by the lovely folks over at Australian Underdogs, Aussie Underdogs. You can go check them out at their website that I'll likely put in the description of this video. We've got, I think, almost an identical team to the last game they just played. We've got Titi Rusty now on Talon, interesting pick. Brandon Orton 03, Taipan back again on Galio. And of course, Borderless Lol doing crazy things to me. AU Meha on Udo instead of Lee Sin, and Ready Break now on Alstar. We've got Kideti on Tarek for the other side, Brian M on Annie, Prusen on Vane, Shizio, that's an awesome name, Shizio on Renekton, and Zeno on Warwick. Zenio? Zenio, we'll go with Zenio. Please, if you guys are any of the players in these actual games, tell me what your names are so I can pronounce them correctly for next time. Otherwise, just go with whatever I give you, because, you know, I'm a cool person and stuff like that, and I give the best names ever. Gonna be some aggressive play here. Looks like Jungle Warwick. Ooh, I haven't seen a Jungle Warwick in a very long time. Certainly not in a competitive tournament game. I see him all the time. It's, you know, in normal queue or whatever. But I do like me some Warwick. But he does. It's interesting. It's interesting. Certainly with the power and the speed of the current metagame of junglers, it's interesting to say the least. But gonna get some aggression here from Aussie Underdogs. They're gonna be invading the left side of the jungle. Ooh, and a beautiful clairvoyance there from Purple Team. Again, I sadly don't have the team name of this team. The replays are not named of who they played. Which, if the Aussie Underdog guys are listening, please name the team you played in your replays. If it was a random normal queue game, tell me that. If it was a ladder game or a tournament game like this one, again, TT Esports Charity Challenge, tell me who the team was so I can actually say something other than purple or blue team, because that's boring and lame. But anyway, I'll run with it again. Thanks to Talon Rake actually scaring me a lot there. I thought they found someone in the bush, but no. He's merely raking because he's a gardener. That joke was awesome. So, no invasion there from either team, it looks like. Alistar, really? Alistar and Talon going bot. This is some metagame, and it looks like Udo, Galio, and Brand are going to take their respective spots. Galio going to help out Udo there on blue like he needs it. I'm going to continue up to top lane. It's going to be Brand vs Annie. That'll be a fun lane. Vane Tarek bot versus Alistar Talon. And Galio Renekton top. So Galio Renekton, of course, in top lane. Probably not going to be too interesting. Bottom lane here, going to be really interesting. We'll talk about that in a second, but we're going to go to mid quickly. I want to talk about Brand. I'll talk about Brand v Annie. Annie, one of my favorite mages. I'm not going to lie to you guys. That's just mean if I tell you guys things that aren't true. So this matchup is definitely interesting. Brand certainly has the range advantage, but Annie, like, pretty much has the damage advantage depending on her positioning. So she's correctly started with boots here, versus, of course, what I'm assuming is a boot-laden Brand. Yep, so both boot 3 health potion starts very standard here. So it basically comes down to Brand's range versus Annie's stun. Of course, you can see Orton 03 backing off immediately as soon as she sees the stun. Definitely the quality of the Annie player determines how this matchup plays out, but it's going to be really interesting when level 6 pops out. I might be in bot commentating and you'll see a Brand instantly get killed. Annie's only real... Oh, nice follow-up there. Going to get some damage on. Brand could actually follow up with a stun there. I'm just kind of surprised he didn't, but he probably hasn't leveled it, given that he's only level 2. He's probably leveled his E instead, which is called something to do with fire. I can't remember the name quite now. Of course, when Annie doesn't have her stun, Brand has the advantage. So a really interesting lane here. Sorry if I spent a little bit too much time talking about it, but it is very interesting. I do wish I could see some health bars, because that would make it a lot easier to analyze exactly what's going on over here. They did find Warwick with a CV, though. Looks like he probably started... He's got a longsword. Yeah, oh, wow, this is really aggressive from Annie. Can you just... I think Annie just leashed... Oh, it's a leash from... That makes sense. Sorry. I totally got mixed up with what sides are on there. Nice leash out from Annie for Warwick. Warwick definitely doesn't need that leash, but I'm going to give it to him anyway. And Annie will continue on, landing against Brand. But yeah, Annie's only real way of actually sniping people is with Tibbers, because you can... if you get them in any set of the AoE range, you'll actually stun them, so you can hit people with the tip of it, and you actually get quite a lot of range out of Tibbers. So generally you'll see Annie's immediately use their combo as soon as they hit 6, at least to force someone out of lane, if not kill them, which is obviously what you want. Uday did poke his head down there for a gank. He's going to now poke his way into mid, try and give Annie the early advantage. Annie does have a stun available. Oh, my mistake. I'm going to try and gank Annie. He's been very aggressive under this Brand here. Looks like he's having a little bit of trouble landing against the Dark Child, but Udi's going to back off as well. No gank opportunities he sees there, although he probably could have gone in and probably forced a flash out if he really tried, but he's going to continue jungling and he doesn't want to fall too far behind. Warwick are presumably doing the sustained route, so for those of you who aren't familiar with how that works, I'm going to quickly show you. You start here at Golems, you go down to Wraiths, go across to wolves, go down to blue, and then you kind of repeat the whole process. So you go back to golems, back to wraiths, back to wolves, and then you do red, and then you do golems, and then you do wraiths again. So you basically, the whole point is to do all your small camps whenever they're up, and then when there are no small camps left, you do the big camp that's closest to it. So you end up blue first, then red first when you go back. And that gives you the fastest possible level 6. And you don't have to go back either. So Warwick, of course, a very good ganker once he hits level 6. You can just point and click people with your ultimate, suppress them, deal damage, all that good stuff. And really take him to town. Sorry guys, really take him to town. But until then, he's a little bit lame. So Warwick, not a bad counter jungler, but definitely wants to do his early jungle as quickly as possible. That's one of Warwick's one of Warwick's disadvantages. He's very slow on his initial jungle, which is why he saw the longsword start there to try and do it as fast as possible. With great sustain as well, though he should be able to hit level 6. You tend to get about 7 minutes or so, so look for the 7-minute mark about Warwick ganks coming out. And if any of you ever play against the Warwick, think about that as well. So Talon Alistar is the only lane we actually haven't got to. And this is a very interesting lane. So apparently AU have decided to play double AP, no ranged AD. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever played no ranged AD. It's interesting. And I don't know if you've ever played double ranged AD. Sorry, double AP, no ranged AD. Because no ranged AD on itself is pretty crazy. These guys are going for all Talon all the time, all assassins all the time by the looks of things as well. So it'll be really interesting to see how these team fights play out and how this lane plays out as well. Tarek Vayne. Stupid Caitlyn, always in games. Tarek every time. Tarek Vayne, a very aggressive lane. And you can see they're doing nicely here, defending against Alistar and Talon. But that's the unusual thing, is you don't normally see them play this defensive. They're actually going to come in here. I guess they're going to try and push this lane. That's what they've decided is the best for it. I don't know about that one. They were doing a reasonable job, actually, zoning and being aggressive. And they certainly had... Oh, I see what they're going to do. That's amazing. They're going to try for a really quick dragon, I think. Well, they're coming up to the entrance of blue buff, and they're going to immediately push the lane and go back to the dragon. This is gutsy. 7-minute dragon. Is there any Madrids? No Madrids even for anyone. No Madrids for Talon, no Madrids for Udyr. They're going to actually back out immediately. They see Annie come in, they're going to try and get a free kill. That ghost from Mayo was a little bit premature. I don't think they're going to be able to pick this up. They have Vision now onto dragon. For purple team. They're trying to get onto it, but it is constantly resetting. And they're going to lose some health in their Talon. They're jumping on a Vayne, doing a nice job. Really, really nice. Oh, beautiful stun there from Tarek. If Tarek his ultimate, there would have been a lot more burst on a Talon. He's going to get low health as well. Potions being popped everywhere. Renekton has now come down from top, and that's looks like the risk has not paid off for AU, as purple team are going to pick up this dragon probably for free. I think they're too low now to contest it. There's a reasonable amount of health, some heals going off. But Warwick here going to take time off his jungle route and going to pick it up. Nice smite there from Warwick, ensuring that they pick up the dragon. And I liked the aggression there from Aussie Underdogs, but that did not pay off. And the early dragon was thwarted. Nice awareness there from purple team, knowing that that quick push from Udyr was probably the result of what they wanted to be was an early dragon. So a nice attempt there, but sadly was not to be for our good friends over at AU. Anyway, we'll continue back into landing now. Purple team now up a dragon for pretty much free, no kills for either team. At this point, first blood is still to be awarded to the highest bidder, or the craziest player, whichever way you want to put it. Talon is going back now. Alistar gonna have the lane to himself for a while. He's probably not gonna do a whole lot as it is, and he is likely, she's now level 7, excuse me, and does have a stun. So Brand could find himself in a position where he's in some trouble. There's a lot of AP on Brand though. He is 33 at the moment, and he's 27. So that's some aggressive running if I've ever seen it. And again, I'll just use this stun, continue farming up. It's actually 38 to 32 CS, so reasonably even there. Brand a couple of CS up. Top lane, of course, being about as uninteresting as it normally is. Renekton vs Galio is pretty much all sustain all the time between Renekton's Q and Galio's W. So that's not a whole lot's going to happen unless there's a gank. More action on bottom there. Talon jumping on a Vayne immediately. Oh, huge burst there coming up from Talon's ultimate. Vayne does actually flash away in the end there, but with no range to back up after that flash, and all the CC being used. I think Alistar was probably not quite in position. It's going to be a... Vayne's just going to get away. They're just going to pop some potions, get a heal from Tarek, and be safe. But that was a nice attempt there from Talon, using his E into his R and his Q to get as much damage as possible. I'm trying to remember the name of... I think, yeah, that was... Cutthroat into Noxian Diplomacy into Shadow Assault. I think that's what it was. I think it's his his EQ and his Rake as well, of course, coming out from Talon. Talon actually really played a lot now in high elo, especially in solo queue, very popular. Along with Akali, they're actually kind of very similar champions. They're both burst assassin type champions. But you know, Akali's AP based and Talon is AD based. So interesting to see a Talon pick here from TT Rusty. It's been doing quite well. I can see what they're trying to do in this lane here, is that they're trying to take the aggression to Talon and to Taric and to Vayne, excuse me. So you know, and they've done a really good job of harassing Vayne, doing a lot of damage. Especially, you know, you can silence Taric, and I think if you're quick enough about it, actually, you can Shadow Assault before Taric can even target with his stun. And I think that's what happened now, and Taric tried to save Vayne from all the damage she did ended up taking. Excuse me, folks, I should open a window or something. Drink some more coffee, that's what I need, more coffee. If anyone wants to send me a coffee during this cast, that'd be fantastic. Of course, you won't be able to, because by the time it goes up, I'll stop casting. But if you want to send me a coffee anytime, really, that's awesome. So yeah, I see what they're trying to do here with this Talon. Really, deny Vayne and get in there. And, you know, do some damage, get some kills. Nice rake there from Talon, doing quite a lot of damage. But let's check out the CS stats. 77 to Vayne 61. So they are doing a reasonable job of denying that. Talon about 15 CS up now. But of course, every time this wave pushes, it inevitably will push in favor of, in favor of Pebble Team at this point, because it's pushing towards their tower. I guess I don't know if you call that in favor or not, but it certainly allows them to be a lot more defensive. But as that lane pushes, Vayne should be able to pick up CS, assuming Chicken Last did effectively at turret. Nice tumble there, presumably picking that one up. Again, nice rake there from Talon. Really abusing Talon's only too many T-name champions with vowels in them. Talon there, using his only range skill actually, rake there to good effect, correctly attacking Vayne in the only zone she's actually rusty. A beautiful rake there again from Talon, forcing some morass. Possibly could have got the kill there if he'd trying to go for the Shadow Assault, but he was very close to the tower, and they know Warwick's close by as well, so definitely did not want to take that risk. But a really nice play from TT Rusty, playing yet again an AD assassin poke type champion. He was Ezreal last game, he's Talon this game. This is really interesting. Again, I don't know how teamfight's going to go for them if they don't close this game out early. Warwick again coming back in, CV there into Alistar. Warwick still has not gone back, so his first item, he's going to have a really nice shopping trip as soon as he gets back. I think he's just been wandering around jungling and looking for ganks probably. He's most certainly level 6 at this point. But yeah, he's going to have a really nice shopping trip. That's one of the nice things about playing Warwick, is if you're left unfettered in the jungle, although Udyr is very nicely counter-juggling over here, which is definitely what you want to do against Warwick. You need to deny as much of his jungle as possible, especially early, before he can really snowball and power through it. Udyr, of course, always powers through the jungle, so not a problem there. Mayo doing some really nice counter-juggling there on Udyr. Not a whole lot of ganks going on still. It's 13 minutes into the game almost, and still no first blood has been awarded even. Brand has now gone back. He's picked up Sork Boots and 2 Doran's Rings, so that's a really nice build against this Annie, who you know is just going to burst you down. But if Annie's been in lane longer, assuming the CS is about even, I mean, it will be a little bit, assuming she can last it as well as Brand, sorry, is what I'm trying to say. There should be she should have the advantage as soon as she goes back. So, but Brand definitely should be playing a little bit more aggressively, trying to push this. He does have enough health now to withstand the burst of Annie, I'm almost certain. So he should be getting aggressive, trying to force Annie back out of this lane before the CS before he does fall behind. He is actually ahead by a couple CS now, but Annie may have a level up on him due to the fact that he already went back. So we'll have to see. Annie's shopping trip will certainly be bigger because she'll have more gold to spend. Talon going back again. He's going to pick up. Looks like he's going to pick up many Doran's Blade. He's got a Brutalizer and 3 Doran's Blades by the looks of things. Nice CV there to get to spot Vayne and Taric. Taric already having Oracles. That is very aggressive Oracles there by Kadeti playing on Taric. So looks like they might be trying to go for Dragon again. I believe it did go down probably around the 8-minute mark, and of course Talon actually calling out in chat, we need to kill Taric and Vayne, because yeah, again, they really want to make Taric pay for their aggressive Oracles. But certainly I think if Dragon is up, then Purple Team are going to be able to force a really nice fight at Dragon and probably pick it up. I think they do know it's up though. Oh wow, were they going for it? No way. I think Kadeti might have just been looking for wards there. Some nice damage around to Vayne, poking at Alistar. And Taric definitely going to see this ward. Oh, a nice teleport there. Is it Renekton? It is Renekton. Nice job there. AU immediately backing off. Galio going to end up split pushing as well, but I think they're going to have to give up Dragon. Oh, there's a Clairvoyance there to see what's going on. And he still has a stun and assuredly has Tibbers. Nice attempt there from the steal from Red, but I don't think he got it. I believe Warwick did smite in time. I could be wrong, but I believe that is correct. So get another Dragon there for Purple Team, and that's sloppy. I mean, the Renekton teleport, I guess, scared them off enough that they didn't want to fight, and that's, I guess, one of the things that's bad about having not running teleport in top is, oh, he does have teleport, really? That's interesting. So I think that's a mistake, honestly, from AU Taipan. I mean, he's pushing the lane down, and they do have Dragon Timer, but Purple Team has picked up 2 consecutive Dragons for pretty much no contest, and both times Renekton's been down there and Galio hasn't. I mean, they both have TP. It's going to be on the same timer. I mean, the aggressive oracles from Tarek are actually doing wonders, denying all the aggressive wards in the area that Galio could teleport to. But yeah, I think a bit of a mistake. They definitely have the ability to force a fight if Galio is there, and Galio hasn't been there. So looks like Gank there tried to go down onto mid from Warwick, who has now gone back and picked up Mercury Treads and Magic Razors. So nice there from him. He's going to continue jungling at now a very speedy pace now that he has Magic Razors to assist him in the jungle. And Mercury Treads, of course, are great on Warwick. Warwick, you definitely get the most benefit out from building tanky and just staying in there and continually dealing damage. You're pretty much going with your ult, take a lot of hits, and then walk around healing yourself with your Q, and just dealing as much damage as you can, trying to stick to as many targets as you can. That really tanky DPS style. And Warwick's, I think, one of the few good tanky junglers left that's really tanky on his own. Sure, there's lots of Atmonks builds for, Nocturne, Lee Sin, and Gangplank and stuff like that, but definitely Warwick, very tanky on his own, has great sustain. So it's nice to see Warwick actually, kind of old school jungle pick going out there. Certainly not as strong as Udyr. I believe Udyr is probably ahead in the jungle race. Let's have a quick check here, although there might be some aggressive there. Daybreak flashing in there into Vayne. Final hour getting a bit awkward, but Talon, oh, nice there. Noxian Diplomacy will actually reveal Vayne if she's hidden. There she is, Shadow also coming up, but nice. Interesting defensive radiance there from Tarek. That was a bit strange, but I think he may have misclicked his ultimate. But a nice attempt there from Alistar and Talon, but no dice still. No kills on either side. So Purple Team has the only advantage here. 2 dragons. Oh, a dive there coming on to Galio. He is low enough to... Oh... And Taipan is going to get picked off. Beautiful ult there. Oh, and Warwick just picks up First Blood. His tankiness managing to take all that tower damage. And First Blood finally goes to Purple Team. They're picking up Galio of all people. There's a beautiful ult there from Taipan to try and prevent it, but at this point in the game, with this much farm on these 2 tanky characters, there was just no way they could avoid that dive. So nice play there from Warwick and Renekton picking up a kill. Udyr, who looks like he wants to gank this very, very low Vayne. And Talon's got to be... Oh, here it comes. There's no way this Vayne can live. Burst stun, and there it is. Instantly melted there. Udyr actually picked up the kill that I'm sure Talon wanted. And they're going to get this bottom tower as well. So look like this game's opening itself up. Brand actually defending top. Very nice job there from Brand, who does have blue buff. Probably picked it up there from Udyr, who donated it to him like a lovely jungler. And Talon, yeah, I mean, Talon's early aggressive. The aggression here, I don't think it's really paid off, unfortunately, for AU as much as they wanted to. I mean, Talon, the Triple Doran's Brutalizer build is very effective, but very, very aggressive. And they've only managed to secure 1 kill. So it's almost 20 minutes into this game, and it's 2 kills apiece for either team. And I definitely think that having no range AD puts you quite far behind late game when you have no ability, unless you can get to the carry instantly and kill them, which is quite hard through, a well-farmed team. You're going to have a lot of troubles, and the range AD is going to constantly deal damage to you. So we'll have to see what AU can do here. I'm a little bit worried about their late-game presence in team fights, but now that the laning phase is broken up, hopefully they can pick up some small skirmishes. We'll check their CS between junglers, is actually what I'm really interested in. It's currently 85 to 55 from Warwick, although that might not be correct. Warwick does have a kill up on Udyr. Oh, Udyr has just got a kill. I'm so bad. So they are a kill apiece, and Udyr quite a bit far ahead. He did some good counter jungling that I saw, so I imagine he's been doing that as well. 129 for Galio versus 112 from Renekton, so almost even there. 134 versus 110. So Talon is up about a kill. Also in CS, up on this Vayne, but they haven't really managed to completely deny her, and Tarek does still have his oracles. And I don't think... I mean, Vayne already has a Black Cleaver. Sure, she hasn't got boots too yet, but I think this Vayne's... I predict this Vayne to cause a lot of problems for AU in the future. I don't quite like the Talon pick enough. But we'll have to see how it plays out. That was a nice kill there, so now a kill apiece for each team, of course. Dragon coming up in about 2 minutes as well. Tarek still with that oracles. Wow. I've not been able to kill him. That's been very unfortunate. Nice kill onto Brand, like almost missed. Sorry, onto Warwick, that was missed by Brand. Ooh, nice flash that way from Annie to get away from this Seer. The cute stun of Brand that would have almost assuredly ensured Annie's death. getting aggressive here. They're probably, I don't think they can push. They can either steal a buff or I hope Dragon comes up in enough time. It's, from I believe they have the timer of 21 minutes, so it's not going to be up now. Looks like it's going to back off. I expected, honestly, something aggressive. I think they should have taken the blue. They were definitely going to win a team fight in the next 30 seconds there. And that's about how long it would have taken them to get blue and get out. So, not quite sure I like the decision making. Again, this Tarek still putting down oracles. With CV now pretty much the only way for AU to get any vision. Try to bait them into a fight there, but not going to happen, sadly. There is a ward, of course, in this brush now for purple team. So interesting here, this game's going to explode soon enough. I mean, it's 2 kills to 1, but 2 dragons up for purple, so I think purple definitely up at this point in time. And I think a lot of it's going to come down to, sorry, I'll just move the camera to somewhere useful. It's going to come down to this next dragon fight, and all 5 members of purple looks like are here. They have actually gone down into Udyr. Galio catching 2 people, but neither of them are squishy. Not quite what he wants there. Brand following up there with a nice old Vayne picking off Udyr instantly. Brand actually really getting in the position there. Tarek almost going down. Talon actually jumping straight into the carries. Both of them somehow living. Beautiful control here from purple and some nice CC. Renekton now going to play clean up along with Annie, who does not have a stun available, unfortunately. But that was 4 for 1. 4 for none, I believe. Sorry, that was indeed 4 for none. That team fight did not go the way that AU wanted. Galio ulted in, and it looks like there was no follow-up. Talon, they're complaining a little bit in chat. But yeah, I don't like the Galio at all. I mean, it just wasn't... Just didn't hit any squishes. I believe it hit Tarek, and I think probably Renekton, another tanky character. I mean, they almost managed to clean up Tarek there and, get the oracles, which would have been good. But yeah, definitely not the way you want to go. I mean, Udyr was already so low when that team fight started. It was practically a 5v4. Or 4v5, I should say. And really nice positioning and follow-up there from purple, and they managed to pretty much kite their very low remaining members out of the team fight and pick up 4 kills for none. So I think the initiation a little bit off there from Aussie Underdogs, but it's not over yet. I mean, oh yeah, they picked up Dragon as well. Sorry, that was the one thing I wanted to mention, is that purple have now picked up their 3rd consecutive Dragon of the game, and that one, I mean, that wasn't close either. The other 2 times it looks like AU didn't want to fight, and the one time they had Galio down there, ready to go, ready to initiate, a bit of a misinitiate there, and a 4 for none team fight's pretty much gonna mean you cannot contest Dragon at that point, so that's unfortunate. Brand here picking up blue buff yet again, donated there by his jungler, so Brand doing nicely, you're playing well, getting his blue buff, almost got his rabbit on his death cap, probably going to have it around the 25-minute mark, which is reasonable timing. Annie here has got a Rod of Ages, actually going for more defensive build, but does have Sork Shoes for the additional magic penetration, which is a little bit more aggressive. Sometimes you see the Rod of Ages, Mercury treads Annie, and then immediately follow up with a Void Stuff, which is a really nice way of getting a good mix of damage and some really nice defenses. You've obviously got the health from the Rod of Ages and the tenacity and the magic resist from Merc Treads. Really does give you some nice defensive stats. Vayne, they're actually looking to catch Udyr. Ooh, Tarek and Vayne chasing down people is not what you want to see. Tarek still with the oracles, unfortunately did not die in that last fight. So still able to clear out ward. And some really good aggressive play here from purple, taking map control where they can. And really just kind of giving it to their opponents after all that. And we're going to have to see what AU does to recover here, because they are now currently behind. I mean, the 2 dragons weren't doing all that great for them. The CS was about even, but as I keep saying, I think they're going to fall off late game. And having bad initiations and bad fights like that, not having dragon control, I think is probably the biggest thing, is only going to make that late game come earlier, which is not what you want with this kind of team. So Annie doing a nice job there. Again, Motivators, Sork Shoes, talked about that one already. Talon, now, let's see what he's building. He's actually building, Shane looks like he's building Trinity Force, which just gives him some really, really good damage. Alistar probably with a standard support build, I can't see. Yep, Alistar with a Heart of Gold Philosopher's Stone, no surprises there. Boots 1 still for him. Tarek here, he's only got one gold patena. I'm going to be building his Heart of Gold soon out of that Ruby Crystal. But that early Oracles has really, really paid off. I guess I don't think AU were quite prepared to deal with the Oracles as early as it was. I mean, it was, I think, very gutsy given the lane that Tarek and Vayne were facing, but they felt confident, and it's paid off in absolute spades for them this game. So nice job from Tarek there. I mean, if they gave in the fight where he could have died, that fight there in the Dragon, I still think that would have been fine. But the fact that he's managed to retain it and just keep alive has proved a tremendous advantage. And unfortunately, what Talon 1 took the early gank there onto Vayne and Tarek just did not come out. Vayne here actually going to be ganking Galio up top with Renekton. I think Galio flashed out there just to be able to get away. But now Phantom Dancer boots to Berserker Greaves there for Vayne and to Zeal. Now that Vayne's looking very scary. And that's not what you want when you're trying to deny in this, again, this kind of talent Alistar bot lane. Wit's End looks like it's they did get the Tarek Oracles, which is nice too. But I think Talon's way too low and Alistar can't contest this. So yet another dragon, it seems, going to purple for free. So yeah, they did the right thing there, getting the squishies, getting a nice initiation there. Beautiful brand ult followed up by beautiful brand ult followed up by beautiful Galio ult, my mistake, followed up by the Galio ult, and had a good initiation there, a really good chance, but they did not pick up Annie. She got peeled at the start of that fight, was completely out of position, flashing out of the way, but as soon as she came back in, there needed to be a pulverize there from Alistar onto Annie, and then to clean her up. She was so low by the end of the fight. She managed to pick up a triple kill on like negative health, which is absolutely not what you want. Now Annie, of course, probably a huge amount of farm, likely going straight for Rabadons now. And it's going to really start hurting this team. I mean, it was a nice initiation from AU there, but that was not the team that they wanted. That was almost exactly perfect, but small mistake there, not correctly cleaning up Annie. Ready Break there, making a bit of an interesting mistake potentially there, showing that there's a ward there, potentially ward baiting a Tarek who might have rebought Oracles, but I think in general not a good play. You don't need to tell your opponents where the wards are. But doing a good job here clearing out the wards all around Dragon area. Unfortunately, Dragon is now down, so no luck there. And yes, as I suspected, Annie now with a death cap, and that's definitely a very far ahead of this brand. He's picking up a blasting one as well, going almost pure AP there. No defense at all, apart from the 2 Dorans. He's got blue again, which is nice for him. But I guess he'll be building. Looks like Zon is. Oh no, we can't build Zon's Hourglass out of that. I guess he'll be building Void stuff. He has a very common build for AP. Given that, you kind of spend all your money and your time farming up your death cap, and that's almost all the AP you need. So Void stuff tends to eat into a lot of armor there. Baron now! Wow! Picked up by Purple Team, and that was a huge mistake from AU not having that one warded. Galio here looks like he's going to get picked off for absolutely nothing. The Vayne coming in doing a lot of damage. Annie coming for the stun. Nice flash shot from Galio. They have CV'd him, I believe. They do know where he is. Oh, there's a ward there even. Vayne now running after her with their passive and Final Hour on, but no kill on Galio, who's just going to get away with enough tankiness. But Baron, really? Man, AU definitely durdling around too much in the lower half of the map, and correctly there from Purple, just easily picking up a free Baron, and that's a little bit embarrassing, unfortunately, for Aussie Underdogs. I mean, they're doing really nice now. They're pushing up a lot of turrets, so they should be able to defend against this Baron very, very easily. But Purple definitely getting the advantage there. And again, I think they're the late game team, and Baron is kind of what you need to win. So definitely pushing the late game. Nice initiation there by Galio. Good flash out from Vayne there. Tarek will go down. I don't know if he had Oracles or not, but Tarek will go down instantly. Vayne will flash out and be safe. But a nice free kill there for AU. The kill score, as you've noticed, is quite equal actually. It's 6-8 now, only a 2 kill difference between the two teams. But I really want to emphasize how important the 3 dragons and the 3 dragons and now the Baron picked up by Purple are in this game. And as even as it looks, and as even as the CS is, which it is quite even for the most part. Both teams doing a very good job CSing here for the most part. Everyone's build's kind of going as they want. Aussie Underdogs really not able to pick up any dragon control and any Baron control, it seems like. So that's definitely going to put them far behind. That's not where you want to be. And again, I think they're the early game. They're the mid game team. They should have really tried to end the game by now. And as you approach the 30-40 minute mark, especially with this much farm from the other team, it's going to be hard. They have not got the aggression that I'm sure they wanted this game when they were scripting this team comp, when they were laying out the battle plan. Anyway, they're going to fend off Baron here quite nicely. Quite a few towers going down for both sides as the push and counter push come out. But going to probably see some defensive posturing here from AU, which is not really where they want to be. But they're going to have to wait out this Baron. There's no way they can fight fairly when, as well, Purple Team have it. Talon actually split pushing bottom by the looks of it. Has a Bloodthirster, in fact. Not Activity Force. Probably, I think a good choice there. Looks like he's wanting to stack up his Bloodthirster. But a 5v4 going to be the result of that. The entirety of Purple aggressively pushing it. I think that's Talon being bot, not quite defensive there. And if AU get caught here, all of Talon's hard work is going to be for nothing. Renekton, they're going to tank that turret with these Warmogs. Not a problem. Alistar coming in there, nice stun. Good ult there, beautiful ult there from Brand, cleaning up a ton of guys. He's going to immediately melt Annie. But Renekton cleaning up Renekton and Warwick actually, the tanky guys cleaning up, even though they're tower diving, and a 4 for 1, I believe it was. Yeah, it was a 4 for 1 kill score. Really nice tower dive there, and a 5v4. Not what AU needed. Talent split push thwarted immediately by the Renekton teleport. He did get the inhibitor turret, but I think there's going to be a free inhibitor here coming up for purple side, and I think a risky move from AU there did not pay off, and that was a really nice Baron fire from purple. So, yep, this one's definitely going to go down. There's 5 seconds until anyone's up. It's Udyr coming up first. That was a really weird team fight to watch, actually, as the dive happened. I mean, there was a really nice counter initiation, and they did manage to pick off Annie, but I'm guessing Annie probably got her ult off in time. Managed to do enough damage that the 2 tanky guys could clean up. 3 tanky guys, actually. It's pretty much 3 tanks in a vein. At that point, cleaning up under the turret, no problem. Renekton, of course, are correctly going in first, taking the tower aggro. Tanking all day with Warmogs plus Atmogs Renekton. What a baller. Very, very nice build there from Renekton. Lots of damage, lots of tankiness, and all that good stuff. And he's got enough health that he's not going to get bursted down too quickly by any AP. So, of course, does not have that much magic resistance, but not that much AP from Brand. Ooh, now he has a lot. He actually picked up Rylai's. Wow, that is an interesting build. I have not seen that one, but I kind of like it. I mean, you get slows off all your abilities, which is really nice. It helps you land those skill shots. I mean, Brand obviously a skill shot oriented champion, and landing pretty much once you land one skill shot, you're guaranteed to land the rest of them after Rylai's. And even the AoE slow there from his ultimate could prove to be really clutch in team fights. Looks like AOR now going to retake dragon control. Going to retake dragon control here and pick up a dragon. Nicely timed there. CV there just to see if anyone's coming in. Renekton going to poke his head in. Bit of a miss smite there from Udyr, but that's alright from AU. They're going to pick it up with no problems. Baron probably still up now for purple team, but I think purple could not commit too much after that fight. Taipan going in there, see if you can pick up any more kills. Nice use of the oracles there, picking up. Oh, gotta watch out. There's a double buff Baron Warwick coming after you. Triple buff Warwick, actually, I suppose in that regard. But AU now they've played well. I mean, they definitely didn't do well getting that inhibitor taken down when they had Baron, but now Baron buff has timed out for purple team, and they're ready to fight a fair team fight. Again, they picked up a dragon there, which is really nice. That's going to help close the gap a little bit there. And looks like it's fair for all, except Vayne has Guardian Angel, Phantom Dancer, Black Cleaver. So that Vayne very well farmed, and this is kind of where I thought the game was going to get out of hand. I mean, Talon just does not have, I mean, he has great damage output, but just does not have the consistent high damage output that Vayne does. And Vayne does a lot of damage, that's for sure. Purple now are gaining some map control, likely going to be stealing AU's blue. I don't think there's much I can do about it. I don't know if Clairvoyance is up or not. No, it's not. I can see here the cooldown there from the replay. Again, thank you for Ready Break for providing me with these replays. It's always nice. It's actually nice to see from the support side, because you get to see most of the bottom lane. You get to see a lot of the jungle and stuff like that. For when they check other lanes, or CV, and of course you get to see the CV cooldown. So going to be coming back up soon now. Looks like the blue buff has already been stolen by purple. Way. Yep, the Clairvoyance is going to come just up in time to see Annie taking their blue. And again, all these lanes are being pushed back from this inhibitor being down in mid, and just Aussie Underdogs playing very defensively, correctly defensively, I think. Just pushing back all the lanes, trying not to get any towers taken away for free, and they're going to try and stay together in a group, keep their lanes pushed back as possible, and have a good team fight. The next team fight will likely decide the game, given that it is almost 40 minutes in now to this game. It's been quite a long one, actually, a lot longer than the others that I've casted so far. And we'll have to see what happens. I don't know if AU can get there with this team comp, but we'll have to see. Oh no, another Baron there. And Aussie Underdogs. That's not what you want to do. That's again little map control mistakes here, but that's really, again, the kill differential's been pretty even. It's been actually quite a low kill scoring game, which is typical of high level tournament games for sure. But just some really obvious little mistakes there on map control here, and I don't know if Aussie Underdogs can defend this. So again, with their team comp that they have, I don't know if they can defend this push, and looks like Purple is going to be pushing all the way down. And yeah, just some sloppy mistakes there. Not having correct map control, correct awareness of when Baron's coming up, and you really got to keep on top of that timers. I mean, the inhibitor being down does make it hard for them to control the area of the map, but I don't think they really put enough effort in trying to defend that. But we'll see what they can do if they can pull out the miracle defense there. That inhibitor down has caused some major map control problems at this point of the game. Of course, Purple now taking bottom tower for free as well, just pretty much pushing everywhere they possibly can. Again, with no map control here for AU, it's going to be hard for them to know exactly where he's going to be hit next. And looks like a straight push now coming down into bot. Very aggressive here. Galio off to the side now. It is possible for them to win the team fight. If Galio's going to initiation, there's a flash initiation, but 2 squishies. Oh, Vayne actually getting caught there in the Galio ult, but Annie not caught at all. Follow-up pick going crazy. Absolutely tons of AoE damage coming out there. Renekton zoning out. Looks like all the squishy Tang going to get zoned out immediately. Udyr going to get dropped down, and really nice job. Ridderback actually going to get cut down. Going to get shut down immediately, and that's GG there. Called out there, nice ace, another fantastic team fight from Purple, and that's pretty much it. It was a nice game there at the end, but Purple really just pulling ahead with some exceptional map control and some great team fight presence. So, sadly, they had the Galio brand AoE follow-up all ready to go, but it was not to be. Some absolutely exceptional positioning there by the AP and AD carry. From Purple, maybe a double explosion this time around? No double explosion, sadly. GG there. So that's sadly AU's end out of this tournament, guys, but I hope you enjoyed the 3 games I did cast from them. There was some great games all around from all the teams that played in every game that I've casted. Hope you enjoyed these. Again, it's from the TT Charity Esports event run by TT Esports and cybergamer.com.au. The finals, I believe, will be played on the 15th or 16th of October, so within a week or so. This is a 2-day event. Hopefully I'll be able to bring some of those matches to you guys live, which is what I really want. But if you want to get excited about this tournament and look forward to the finals, these are a couple of games from it. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Pastrytime signing out now. I'm quite tired after casting 3 games in a row. Peace. I'll see you all next time.